It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity.
End of day 6, and what a blast. We did some barbell snatch, 3 of 3, and then we did a superset of dumbbell bicep curls and overhead cable tricep extensions. All of that went great. Felt super good. I did fail one of the 3 attempts on the barbell snatch, but again, it's just one of those things you have to give up a little bit. I want my body to improve in all areas as we're kind of in this purposeful fat loss phase. So again, the goal is to lose about half a pound per week, with this week being the buffer. That buffer, the goal is really just to get a maintenance amount of calories. So the MacroFactor app has been suggesting 1,700 calories since I started this challenge. I've had the MacroFactor app for about 2 years now. I've paid annually, and that saves me a lot of money. It's about $70 for the annual membership. And I use it from time to time just to make sure that I'm within the calorie restrictions that I need to be to accomplish my goals. This time around, we're at a fat loss phase, but it's been a while since I've used the app. So I just kind of did what you would call a buffer week, a week in which I would figure out how many calories I'm currently at to hold my maintenance or hold my weight. And that's about 21 to 2,300 calories. So if we subtract 500, which would initiate my deficit, that would put me right where the MacroFactor is telling me to be, which is about 1,800 calories. Now, with this fat loss phase, we're not looking for crazy amounts of fat loss. So I think what I'm gonna do is just add in a little bit of cardio during the next week or so. And I know, I always kind of preach that, one, I don't like cardio, and two, if you're doing your weightlifting correctly, you can manage most of the things that cardio is used for cardiovascular endurance and cardiovascular health. Uh, Resistance training does most of that. It just hasn't been backed up as much as cardio has. So, and I'm a really strong believer in that. I still think, I'll use this as my example. I don't do traditional cardio, and I trained it for like 2 weeks in order to prepare for my last physical fitness test in the Marine Corps. And I went from running a 3 mile in 29 minutes to, I think I ended it at like 22 minutes. And that's passable, right? It's not great. It's not the best score I've ever gotten. Best score I ever got was 19 minutes and 20 something seconds, but it is good enough. It's a passing grade. And so, and that's with almost no traditional cardio training whatsoever. So again, I'm in that group that thinks you can do this without having to do hours and hours of cardio. Should you still do it? Sure. It's not going to hurt. Like, just tick the box, right? But in this case, I do have a physical readiness test that I'm preparing for the Navy, and I would like to see if I can max it out as much as possible. So adding in the cardio is only going to add to that ability, and it's going to make the deficit a whole lot easier. Because if I'm to choose 2 styles of prisons, one where you get almost no food, but you also don't have to work, or you have to work a lot, but you get a lot of food, I'm going to pick the prison where I can eat more food if I just do a little more work. So that's where we're at there. As far as macronutrients, as long as we're meeting the protein, 1 gram per pound, I think we're good. Carbohydrates, I want them to be somewhere around 230, 270. And then the fats are set at like 50 to 60 grams per day. The fats are going to be super easy because I want to continue to incorporate the New York style strips that I've been getting from Kroger. I think those are super delicious, and I'm actually pretty satisfied as far as satiation goes, which is super weird because it's such a small meal. I pair it up with some veggies and some like salad stuff, but just by looking at it, you wouldn't think that, oh yeah, that's a meal. especially for a big eater like myself, but it does its job. So that's where we're at there. And training, I'm doing kind of like this upper lower arm day slash rest day, upper lower slash arm day slash rest day, and then one actual active rest day. I think I only need one, but we'll see. Again, 2 of the last 5 days have been sort of that, man, I'm kind of tired, I'm not really sure what I'm doing kind of feel. So that's definitely something of note, but not anything to take away uh, from the program just yet. If next week, where the caloric deficit is introduced and we still feel that way, then maybe or not we sway in a different direction. Until then, we still got one more video for this week, and so we're going to save a little bit for that, but I will see you guys then.